Hey guys, it's Jason from the Boardgame Mechanics, and today we're going to take a look at a new matching game called Canon Quest. Canon Quest is a game from Eye of Solomon Productions, and this is a 2 or more player biblically themed matching game. So there's going to be a board, which you'll see in a little bit. There's going to be some cards face down. You're going to be flipping these cards, and you're going to try to match the cards. But in this one, you have to say some kind of description of the first card that you flip, of what the depiction or Bible story is relating to. And if you do that, then you can flip your second card, get a match, you keep going. If you don't get a match, it's the other player's turn. If you can't say the description correctly, your turn's over. So that's enough talking about it. Let's go on the table, check it out. All right, so here's a game of Canon Quest Focus, all set up. To set up, you're going to shuffle all the cards. This is effectively a matching game. So there's multiple pairs of cards. You're going to pick 9 that you want to play with, shuffle them, and place them out on the board like this. So you're going to have 18 spaces filled up with cards. And then you're going to play the game. So the game is pretty straightforward. I'm going to show you kind of how it works, and then I'll tell you what I think about it. So the way the game works is on your turn, you're going to pick a card and you're going to flip it. So I'll take this card and I'll flip it. Then I have to describe something about this card. So Pharaoh's daughter finds Moses in the reeds. So that's what I'm saying about this card. Then if I'm correct, I can keep playing and try to get a match. If I'm incorrect, I flip the card face down, other player's turn. So let's just say I'll take this one. So I got it right. So I made a match. So now I get to keep taking my turn. And let's see. Samson holding the walls of the building, tearing it down. So I'll take that and then I will flip another one. And I got it wrong. Everybody gets to look at the card and then you'll flip it. Then it'll be the other player's turn. Let's see. So the other player's taking their turn. This will be Isaac getting sacrificed by Abraham before God intervenes. So we're going to try to find the other card. Let's see. And there's the other card that I flipped. And that's how the game's going to work. It's going to keep going around like that. You're going to keep taking turns one after the other until all the cards are gone. And then whoever has the most cards at the end is the winner. That's effectively it. There's some variants where you can just flip cards and do matches. You know, I played this with my daughter and she would just be like, flip that. She'd look for another card that matches. And if we didn't find it, we just flip it face down and keep playing. And that's effectively the game. Let's go to the top, see what we think about it. All right, well, that was Canon Quest. So yeah, this is a pretty straightforward matching game. It's, like memory or whatever that little game is where there's some tiles and you flip one and then you try to flip another one to get a match. But this one, because it's a biblically themed game, they wanted to put some Bible verses on it, which I think is fine. Some people like to play games with Bible verses. I'm one of them. I don't mind it because I'm a Christian and I get all that. But so you flip it, it's going to have a Bible verse and a picture like I showed you, and you're going to need to say something about the card. So this is Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in the furnace before Jesus comes to get them out and all that type of thing. And yeah, that's effectively the game. It's a matching game saying a description of the cards. There are some variants. I mentioned one where you can just match, not do a description. This is the one I play with my daughter. So I match, flip a card, flip another card. If they match, fine. If not, turns over. I like that version because while I know some of these Bible verses, my daughter doesn't. So it's just, we can look at the pictures and just flip a card and have a good time. There's also some other ones that I wanted to mention. So there's each person has 3 turns to match cards. Keep track of the person who can explain the events in most detail. I haven't played that one, but it's in there. Only take 1 turn. So if you get a match, your turn's still over. It's going to probably make it easier to not have a runaway leader if you get lucky and flip some cards. And 2, the last one is when 6 spaces are clear, add more cards to the board. This will increase difficulty in playtime. And it says you can only use it with the expansions, but I don't have. But there are some, I played with 9 sets, and it looks like there's 12 sets total. So even if you just had the base set, you could refill the 6 spaces once, so you get a little bit extra playing. One more thing is this timer. I didn't talk about this, but when you're given the description of the card, you have a minute to say a description, so you don't sit there and take a ton of time thinking about it, or look it up, or go on preach a sermon about the card. Just say something quick, move on. It's a game, you're having fun, but also exercising some of your biblical knowledge chops. So yeah, so this is a fun game. It's a game that I'll probably keep around and play with my daughter because it's a matching game. We have a couple other matching games, but this one actually has some Bible verses should we want to dive into stuff and learn more about what each of the cards are. And my favorite part of all of this is the board, which you saw in the overview. It's like just a 6x3 grid. It's got numbers, so you can kind of, if you can't remember the picture of a card, you can just remember A5 or A4 on it. I really like the board. The designer said it's waterproof, which is also pretty awesome. The cards are not, however, but the board is. So if you spill something on the board, you can swipe it off and be done, which is pretty cool. So yeah, I'm going to put a link to where you can find this game in the description. I'm not sure if it's hitting Kickstarter or not, but again, that'll be in the description so you can check it out if you are interested. So that is Canon Quest Focus from Eye of Solomon Productions. I'm Jason with the Board Game Mechanics, and as always, keep gaming.